If you've been feeling tired for no clear reason, struggling with stubborn weight gain, or dealing with nagging aches and foggy thinking, there's a hidden culprit you've probably never suspected. That's acute inflammation, your body's natural way of healing. But there's another type that's far more dangerous: chronic low-grade inflammation. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't swell. Highly processed foods, refined sugars, artificial additives, seed oils, and excess carbohydrates all flood our system with inflammatory signals. Think packaged snacks, sweetened drinks, fried fast food, and white bread. When the delicate balance of gut bacteria is thrown off by antibiotics, stress, sugar, or poor diet, it causes a condition known as leaky gut. But chronic stress means chronic cortisol, and this wears down your body's ability to regulate inflammation. It also disturbs sleep, which creates even more inflammation. Yes, sleep deprivation itself is inflammatory. Missing rest doesn't just make you tired, it makes you inflamed. This allows particles of food and bacteria to enter your bloodstream, triggering immune responses that lead to, you guessed it, inflammation. And even cookware can accumulate in the body and confuse your immune system. Your liver and kidneys do their best to detox, but when they're overloaded, inflammation becomes your body's alarm system, except the alarm never stops ringing. You may not feel it immediately, but over time it shows up as fatigue, skin breakouts, migraines, autoimmune issues, and more. These don't just spike blood sugar, they irritate our gut lining, confuse the immune system, joint pain or body aches without injury. Skin flare-ups like eczema or acne. Digestive issues like bloating, constipation, or food sensitivities. Weight gain, especially around the belly. And mood changes like anxiety, irritability, or low motivation. These aren't just random symptoms. They're all possible signs that inflammation is slowly building beneath the surface. And trigger the release of inflammatory cytokines that keep the body in a state of silent alert. It doesn't make a scene. Instead, it lingers in the background, damaging your cells, exhausting your immune system, and laying the groundwork for everything from heart disease and diabetes to Alzheimer's, depression, and cancer. It's called silent inflammation, and it's quietly sabotaging your health from the inside out. Now, most of us think of inflammation as swelling, like when you twist your ankle or get a sore throat. So what causes it? Do that 3 times a day, 7 days a week, and your immune system is constantly overworked. It can't tell the difference between a real threat and your daily breakfast pastry. Over time, this leads to insulin resistance, weight gain, and even hormonal disruption. Let's start with food. Our modern diet is one of the biggest triggers of chronic inflammation. Sugar is a major offender. When you eat a high-sugar meal, your body responds with an inflammatory reaction. Then there's your gut. Your intestines house 70% of your immune system. And don't overlook stress. When you're stressed, your body releases cortisol, a hormone designed to help you survive emergencies. Toxic load is another overlooked factor. Environmental pollutants in your air, water, cleaning products, skincare items. You might be wondering, how do you know if you have silent inflammation? Here are the signs. Constant fatigue that sleep doesn't fix. Brain fog and difficulty concentrating. Now here's the hopeful part: you can fight back. It starts with what you eat. An anti-inflammatory diet is one of the most powerful tools for healing. Aim for at least 2 to 3 liters a day, and add a squeeze of lemon to support your liver. Herbal teas like green tea, chamomile, and rooibos also have anti-inflammatory properties and support your nervous system. Focus on whole, unprocessed foods. Load up on leafy greens, cruciferous vegetables, colorful fruits like berries, omega-3 rich fish like salmon. Walking, yoga, stretching, and light resistance training all help lower inflammation. They regulate insulin, reduce cortisol, and support lymphatic drainage. And don't underestimate the power of breath. Blood tests like C-reactive protein, CRP, homocysteine, and insulin levels can reveal underlying inflammation. If you have chronic conditions, don't just manage the symptoms, look at the root cause. In many cases, silent inflammation is the fire that needs to be put out. Deep breathing exercises can activate your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and repair mode, and bring inflammation down. When you remove the triggers and give it the right inputs, clean food, sleep, movement, peace, it begins to regenerate. Symptoms fade. Energy returns. Weight balances. Mental clarity sharpens. You don't need to live with pain and fatigue. You just need to listen to what your body's been trying to say. And sardines, healthy fats from olive oil and avocado, and anti-inflammatory spices like turmeric and ginger. Reduce or eliminate sugar, processed grains, seed oils, and dairy if you're sensitive. And don't forget to subscribe to FabAnthonyHealthTips for weekly truth-based health content that empowers your life. Hydration matters too. Water helps flush toxins and supports every metabolic process. Movement is your ally. You don't need intense workouts, just consistent movement. Sleep is your anti-inflammatory reset button. Get at least 7 to 9 hours. Create a calming bedtime routine. Limit screens before bed. Use blackout curtains. Try magnesium or calming herbs if needed. When you sleep, your body clears out cellular waste, repairs damaged tissues, and resets your immune system. Mindfulness, prayer, meditation, gratitude journaling, and even laughter are healing. They change your brain chemistry and shift you from survival mode into healing mode. And let's not forget mental health. Negative emotions, trauma, and daily stress raise your inflammation. Omega-3 fatty acids, turmeric with black pepper, vitamin D, magnesium, and probiotics can all support inflammation reduction, but only when paired with the right lifestyle changes. Supplements can help too, but they're not magic pills. It's also worth getting checked by your doctor. The good news? The body is always trying to heal. So now I want to hear from you. Have you been ignoring the signs of silent inflammation in your own life? What changes will you start making today? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. Hit the like button if you learned something valuable. Until next time, listen to your body. Heal from within. And live with clarity.